everyone, my name is Amber Winkler and I'm going to walk you through a second grade lesson today. Before we get started, I want to talk to you about how I organized a second grade lesson and a few things you should know. So first, this is a second grade skills lesson. This lesson's being done at the beginning of second grade, which means that we're starting to make the transition from whole group instruction with high teacher support to more independent work. So you will see that there's a lot of high teacher support also because this is going to be done through virtual learning. But as we get through second grade, we're going to see that we lessen the support. Additionally, there are sight words included in this lesson. Now, when we watch the plan, there were only 2 tricky or sight words being taught today, but through talking with my team, I know that if we follow this plan with only having 2 sight words taught, it's not going to be enough for our students to learn all the sight words they need to know by the end of second grade. So personally, my team uses the Dolch sight words list, and it matches up really nicely with where we are in CKLA, and we go through about 10 words a week. And you all will be using the Fries list. So I encourage you to talk with your team about whether they think that there's enough being added or whether we need to supplement with additional sight words. For this particular lesson, you'll see that the list of sight words I chose also matches what's listed in lesson 16. So in short, talk with your team because generally speaking, there's not enough instruction on sight words for students to get to where they are by the end of the year, so you're going to have to supplement. Okay, a couple things that I'm going to talk about through this lesson are blending and segmenting. So I want you all to get familiar with what these mean. Blending means putting individual sounds together to make a word. So k, at, cat. And segmenting is separating words into individual sounds. So I have the word cat, and then I'm going to separate it into k, at. In this lesson that I'm teaching, you're going to find me using a lot of videos. One of the things I really like to do when I'm introducing sounds is to have me say the sound and then have my students listen to a video, because not only does it help them learn the sound, but they're hearing it from a second person. When we play our videos, I play them twice. The first time they just listen for the sound, and the second time they get to repeat what's in the video. And my students know that we don't watch the whole video, so we're just watching enough to learn the sound. It's really important that you frame this for your students because they can get pretty upset when a video ends before they want it to. And I always let my students know that if we're going to complain about a video ending before we want, then we're not going to watch it at all. Finally, for this lesson, you're going to see that I go over rules, expectations, our class goals, and mission statement. Usually I do this at the beginning of the day, but because we're in virtual learning, if I'm recording a lesson, it's going to be within the lesson. This is also the beginning of the year, so you're going to see me detailing the rules more in depth than I would if I was midway through the year like I was for last year. Alrighty, now that you know kind of how the lesson's going to flow, I'm going to put my teacher hat on and pretend I'm talking to my second graders. I want to be as authentic as possible because this is what they're seeing of me a lot of times through virtual learning if I'm pre-recording a lesson. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, good morning, second graders. Today is Wednesday, and we're going to be doing lesson 16 in our first unit of skills. Before we get started, let's read our I can statement so we know exactly what we're doing today. I'm going to read, and you're going to repeat back to me. I can read and write words with the endings ing and ed. I can read a story and answer questions. I can understand what I read. I can read tricky words. Wow, second graders, we're doing a lot of things today. So we're going to practice reading and writing our new spelling words with ing and ed. We're going to read a story and answer questions. And we're going to be able to understand what we read. And finally, we're going to read some tricky words. Whew, let's get started. Okay, friends, before we get started, let's review our class rules. We know what we're learning today, but we need to think about how we're going to act so that we can get our work done. So let's read our rules. I'll read and you repeat back. Listen when the speaker is talking. Very good. So when Miss Winkler's voice is on, your voice is at a voice level 0. So you can hear me and not someone else. Rule number 2, follow directions quickly. Very good. So if I tell you to do something, I want you to do it as quick as you can so we can get through this whole lesson. Rule number 3, respect others, yourself, and your school. Very good, friends. I know it looks different learning at home, but you still got to take care of your learning and thinking, yourself, and your school, which is your home right now. Rule number 4, raise your hand to speak. Very good. Now, because you're watching this video, you're not going to have to raise your hand to speak. But when we get to small groups this afternoon, if you have a question, make sure you raise your hand. And finally, rule number 5. Be kind, be safe, and be honest. Very good, second graders. I know you are going to be kind, safe, and honest because that is what a second grader does. Now, I want you to think in your head, why is it important to follow the rules? Very good, friends. They keep us safe and they help us learn. Now that we know our rules, let's make sure you're in the right position to start learning today. Repeat after me. My mouth is quiet. My ears are listening. My eyes are looking. My feet are still. My brain is thinking. And my hands are still. Very good. Now, usually we do this when we're on the carpet, but wherever you are in your house, make sure your eyes are looking, your ears are listening, your mouth is quiet, and your body is calm so you're ready to learn. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Awesome job, friends. All right, let's read our class mission statement so we can remember what we're working on in second grade. Repeat after me. In this class, we will work before we play. We will read and do math. We will be safe and happy friends. Very good, friends. All right, and finally our goals. Remember, we have 4 big goals. How many goals do we have? Very good, everyone, show me 4. Awesome. Let's read our goals. We're going to read them in a whisper voice today. Repeat after me. I will get 80% mastery on my test. I will meet my reading level goal. I will meet my math test goal. I will come ready to learn every day. Very good, second graders. Kiss your brains. All right, let's start meeting those big goals and let's get started with our learning. Okay, because it's been a little bit since we read our I Can statement, Miss Winkler is going to remind us what we're doing today. We're going to read and write our new spelling words. We're going to read a story and answer questions. We're going to read some tricky words, and we're going to be able to learn some new sound spellings. Lots of things. All right, you have new spelling words for this week, which means we need to learn them. So we're going to read through these. The first time I'm going to read and you're going to repeat back. Snacking. Mixing. Smelling. Running. Kissing. Buzzing. Hitting. Until. Problem. How. Very good, first grade or second graders. Alrighty, now let's look at our words. What do these all have in common? Put your hand on your head to help you think. When you know, yell it out. Very good, friends. They all have the ing sound. ING says ing. Let's read them again. This time, I'm going to point and read. You're going to repeat, but you've got to pay attention to how I say the word. If I say it really, really loud, you have to say it really, really loud. And if I say it really, really quietly like this, you have to say it really, really quietly. Capiche? Okay. Snacking. Mixing. Smelling. Running. Kissing. Buzzing. Hitting. Until. Problem. How. Very good first or second graders. Oh my goodness, Miss Winkler's getting confused. Very good second graders. Okay, last thing we're gonna do is you're gonna read them on your own. So I'm gonna point to the word and you're gonna read it back. I want you to do the very best you can. If you get confused, you can pause the video and rewatch us saying the words and then try again. All right, I point, you say. Very good, it is snacking. Mixing, good job, friends. Smelling, good job. Running. Kissing. Oh my goodness, second graders, you're on fire. Good job. Buzzing. Hitting, yeah. Until, good job. Problem, good. Last one. How, very good, second graders. Kiss your smart brains. All right, now that you know your spelling words, you can practice them at home. You're gonna read them and you're gonna write them. Later in the week, we'll also take some time to write them. Let's go on to our sight words. Remember, these are words we can't sound out, so we just have to know what they say. Let's read them the first time with me reading them and you repeating them. What? Where? Why? From? Once? Could? Would? Should? There? Said. Very good. All right, second graders, same thing we did with our spelling words. I'm gonna read them, you're gonna repeat back, but you have to pay attention to what my voice says so you can do it the exact same way. What? Where? Why? From? Once? Could? Would? Should? There? Said. Very good, friends. All right, last time through, I'm gonna point and you're gonna read. Do the very best you can. Very good. What? Yep, where? Awesome. Why? From? Once? Could. Very good. Would? Should? There? Said. Very good, second graders. Give yourself a nice big pat on the back. All right, now that you know your spelling and sight words for the week, let's move on. We're gonna learn 4 different sounds today. How many? Very good. All right, I want you to listen to me say the sound. KN says Everyone say Very good. All right, for second graders, we're gonna watch this video so you can hear the sound again. The first time you watch it, you're listening at a voice level 0. The second time, you're gonna repeat the words. Capiche? Okay.
Mm. 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 Mm.
Alrighty, second graders. Now we're gonna watch the video again. This time, anytime you hear the video say the sound or a word, you're gonna repeat back. Mm. 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 Very good. So remember, KN said Now that we know what the sound says, let's put some words together. We're going to practice reading these two words. We're going to use our arms to help us read the word. So I'm going to do it, and then you're going to do it with me. First time through, you just watch Miss Winkler. Let me scoot back so you can see me better. Okay, here is my arm. I'm holding my arm out. Now I'm going to say the word. Knit. Now watch me separate the word into all of its sounds. So knit, it, knit. Very good. Now let's do it together. Arms out. Repeat after me. Knit. Good. Now do it with me, going down your arm. It, knit. Very good. Yell it out. What is this word? It is knit. Knit has 3 sounds. The K and N go together to make one sound. I makes its own sound and T makes its own sound. Let's do our second word. My turn, then your turn. Knot. N-A-T. Knot. Our turns, arms out. Go. Knot. N-A-T. Knot. Very good. What is this word, friends? It is not. All right, let's count how many sounds are in the word not. 1, 2, 3. KN makes one sound. It's 2 letters going together to make one sound. O makes one sound. T makes one sound. What sound does KN make, everyone? Very good. It does make All right. We're ready for sound number 2. Sound number 2 is very similar to KN. It is 2 letters going together to make one sound. WR says R, R. Now, let's watch a video that has WR in it. First time through, you listen at a voice level 0. Second time, we watch it together.
R. 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 R.
All right, first graders, that was our first, oopsies, second graders, that was our first time. Now let's watch it another time. So this time, you're going to repeat whatever you hear.
R.
R,
R.
R, 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 R.
R.
Very good, second graders. Okay, now that we know that WR is 2 letters going together to make one sound, R, we're gonna read some words. Same thing, I'm gonna read the word by tapping on my arm. You're gonna watch me. The second time we'll do it together. Arms out, up, watch me first. The word is wrist. R-I-S-T, wrist. Very good. Arms out. Do it with me now. Go. Wrist. R-I-S-T. Wrist. Very good. Let's do the second word. My turn first. You just watch. Wrap. R-A-P. Wrap. Your turn. Arms out. Go. Wrap. R-A-P. Wrap. Very good, second graders. Let's read both these words. What's this one? It is wrist. Very good. And what's this one, friends? Wrap. Very good, second graders. All right. We've got 2 more sounds to do. Now, I'm going to pause here. For the purpose of this lesson, we don't have the time to go through each sound, but I would repeat the same process for WH and QU. Okay, now that we've learned all of our sounds, it's time to put our learning to the test, and we're going to do our worksheet. When I say go, you need to get your pencil and your worksheet from your reading packet. Pause the video, go. All right, friends, now that you have your worksheet and your packet, you need to write your name and your date at the top. Remember, first and last name in second grade and your date. Today is July 27th, 2020. Pause the video to take all the time you need. All right, now that you have your name and date on your paper, you're ready to get started. Pencils down, eyes on me, so I know you're ready to listen to your directions. Very good, I can tell my friends are ready. All right, let's go through our worksheet. The first thing we're going to do is read all the pictures on the worksheet. You don't need your pencil for this. Remember, you're just looking and listening. I'm going to read and say the word, and you're going to repeat it back. Wrap. Knock. Knit. Quack. Quilt. Wrist. Very good. Let's go to the back of our paper. Fish. Bus. Dress. Bell. Chick. Knot. Good job, friends. Now, let's go back to the front page of our worksheet and figure out how we're going to do this. So, let's look at our first picture. This was the word wrap. Everyone say wrap. Very good. I've got to figure out what letters go together to make the word wrap. So, I'm going to start in my first box, and I need to think about what sound I hear. R, R. What 2 letters go together to make the sound R? You're right, it is WR. So I'm going to go ahead and circle WR here. All right, so R, A. What letter makes the A sound? It is A. Very good, friends. So circle the letter A. R, A, P. What makes the P sound? The letter P makes the P sound. Very good. So circle the letter P. After you've circled all the letters that make that word, you're going to write the letters on the line. So R, W-R, A, P, P. Very good. All right. Let's go down to this. This was the picture knit. Everyone say knit. Very good. Now, same thing we did up here. We have to figure out what letters make the sound. I hear at the beginning. What 2 letters go together to make the sound? Very good. It is KN. So then you would take your pencil and circle it. So What letter makes the sound? It is I. Very good. So you would circle it. So T. What letter makes the T sound? It is T. Very good. So circle it. Then you would take it and write it on the line. Give me a thumbs up if you understand what you're doing today. All right, very good. What you're gonna do, second graders, you're gonna have 10 minutes on your own to finish this worksheet in your packet. You're gonna pause this video so that you can finish the worksheet. When you finish this worksheet, you're gonna ask your parents to text me a picture of it so I can see all your hard work. Capiche? All right, when you finish this worksheet, you're gonna come back to the video and you're gonna do our final thing. We're gonna read a really cool story. I'll see you all in a few minutes. All right, second graders, welcome back. So if you're back here, that means you have finished your worksheet and you've sent me a picture. If your parents aren't home to help you, keep the worksheet to the side and they can send it to me later today. Capiche? Okay, the final thing we're gonna do is read our story. The story we're reading today is called The Ham. Everyone say The Ham. Raise your hand if you like to eat ham. Ooh, lots of my second graders like eating ham. Me too, I love ham. But I think we have a problem with today's story. Let's talk about what it's gonna be about. So today we're reading the story called The Ham. The reason I think there's gonna be a problem, second graders, is there's a cat in the story. And this cat smells the ham and he goes after it. Everyone say, uh-oh. Yeah, so we've got to listen to figure out what happens to the ham. But before we can listen to the story, we need to talk about a tricky word in our story. The word is called tug. Everyone say tug. Very good. Let's talk about what tug means. Repeat after me. To pull on something. Very good. So you see that in this picture, these boys are tugging on a rope. I wonder if the cat's going to do the same thing in this picture. All right. Miss Winkler said she wants to know what happens in this story. I want you to pause and make a prediction. What do you think is going to happen in this story? When you've made your prediction, give me a thumbs up. Good job, friends. I hear friends saying the cat's gonna take the ham. I hear friends saying they think the cat's gonna get caught. Let's read to find out. All right, friends, as we reread the story, you're listening for what happens to the cat. Today, Miss Winkler is going to read the story to you. You don't need to repeat. All right, this story is called The Ham. Mom left a pink ham sitting in a big black pan. The cat bandit was resting on a quilt when he got a whiff of the ham. What was that smell? It was the ham. Where was the ham? The cat bandit set off sniffing as he went. He went on sniffing until he spotted the ham. But the ham was up on top. How was he to get it down? That was the problem. I want you to pause and think, how is the cat going to get this ham off the counter? All right, keep your prediction in your head. Very good, second graders. Make sure you're tracking the words as Miss Winkler reads them. Let's read our next page. The cat bandit ran to the closet and got a belt. Then he ran to the shed and got a strong magnet. He stuck the magnet on the end of the belt. The magnet stuck to the belt. Then the cat bandit swung the belt. Cling! The magnet on the end of the belt hit the pan. It stuck to the pan. It looks like the cat's plan is working. In a flash, the cat bandit was tugging on the belt. Tug, tug, tug. Yank, yank, yank. At last the pan slid off. It fell down and landed with a clang. Then munch, munch, munch. That was the end of the ham. All right, friends, we finished our story. So we know the cat's plan did work. He was able to get the ham. Now, we're going to take the time to answer some questions. I want to make sure you have your materials before we get started. When I say go, you need to grab your pencil and your spiral notebook. Pause this video and go. All right, friends, now that you're back, I know you have your spiral and your pencil. When I say go, you're gonna open to a brand new page and write your name and your date. Remember, first and last name and the date is 7-27-2020. Go. Alrighty, if you need more time to write your name and date, pause this video. We are gonna answer 3 questions today. We're gonna read the questions together, but then you're gonna take some time on your own to answer them. Repeat after me. What words can you use to describe the cat bandit? If you need help starting your sentence, you can use the following sentence stem. Read it with me. The cat is. Very good. And you're going to use words to describe the cat. Number 2, read it with me. Why do you think the cat bandit prefers human food over cat food? If you need help starting your sentence, you're going to use the sentence stem. The cat prefers human food because blank. Last question 3. If you had a pet like this at home, what would you do? If you need help answering this question, you can use this sentence stem. If I had a pet like this at home, blank. Very good. Friends, let's review what we're doing. You're answering all 3 questions in complete sentences. If you need help starting your sentence, you're using these sentence stems. If you don't remember what the question said, you can rewind this video and watch. When you finish, you're going to ask your parents again to send me a picture so I can see your hard work. All right, 2nd graders, great job today. I love you all so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, friends. Okay, so this would be the end of my lesson. Now I want to note one thing. I usually teach 1st grade, so that's why you heard me making the mistake between 1st graders and 2nd graders. I generally wouldn't make that mistake in a lesson, but I'm not used to teaching 2nd graders, so it's in my memory to say 1st graders. Okay.